Hello and welcome back. Here we have already in the middle of the game. We see Andrew playing against Alberto Zamuner. And here is the start. We're looking at Baby Blounce against an ADP Zachen.
Yeah,
So we haven't had yet this Baby Blacephalon. What do you think about the deck overall, Philip?
yeah, I mean, it's extremely powerful, of course. It was already super strong last format, and now this format, it got even more tools with, especially the Lucky Egg, I think, felt like a
Yep.
great addition to the deck, because being stamped, it was such an aggressive deck, but you could struggle to draw out of a reset stamp in the late game. But now that you have Lucky Egg and Oricorio GX, you can just use those to basically make yourself reset stamp proof, and yeah, just being able to one-shot anything, really.
Exactly, it was able this deck to add this to its tool, and at the same time, it also had other attackers. For example, it had the Cramorant V, which is a sniping option. It doesn't oblige you to play any catchers at all if you want to go down that way. But overall, it's just a very good deck against this tag teams deck because it's able to dish out so much damage in one turn.
Yep.
We see him right now starting off with a data change. He might want to go for a welder. He actually discards a Victini Prism. That's very interesting.
Yeah, Victini Prism, usually a pretty strong card, but it's not really a card for this matchup. I mean, it's not that crucial in this matchup. It's more like it's a very useful card in the mirror match or against Malama, where you trade a lot of one prizes because it just needs 2 energy to attack, and it also recovers all your energies, so it can be really good to replenish your energies. But against ADP, you basically go for the big one shots. And I think that Victini Prisms are unlike an ability set where you play 18 energies. You can't really, do a lot of damage with it. It's just there to one-shot one prizes, I believe, and recover some resources. So not too useful in this matchup. Just tossing that away.
A fair discard after all.
Yep.
And we see him. We see the opponent going for this GX turn 2. He must go for it. There's actually a custom catcher being played. Let's see what he pulls up. He pulls up the Dene.
Yep, so trying to disrupt Andrew a bit more. Andrew Wamboltd, if you don't know him, he's famous mostly for playing rogue decks and for having founded the Charizard Lounge. Great source for free content for a long time. Lately Andrew hasn't been playing that actively, but he's playing in our Limitless series, and with a 7-4 record, he's having a good shot at making day 2. And and as we haven't seen much of Baby Blacephalon, even though it's one of the best decks in the format, we decided to put him on stream and see how
And he's playing against Alberto Zamuner from Italy, a local player. But we see him, I think he did well also in the last series, and we see him right now bring up in one of the later matches on a pretty good score overall. So let's see what he goes for. Did he find the energy to have this GX to calm down? It's very, very important for the ADP to be able to dish out this damage. This GX. But no, he missed the energy, and that's the sad emoji.
That's
very sad.
Yeah.
That is very sad.
Also very interesting that he opted to put down another ADP. Usually this is absolutely not what you want to do in this matchup.
Indeed.
Because it gives it gives your opponent the way to just take 2 big knockouts and take all your prizes that way. So
the Beast Springer sometimes from the Blacephalon makes it even worse, like for ADP to play against it, because they will be able to, just one-shot you and draw 4 prizes off of it. It's really big.
Yeah, with Beast Springer actually putting down a second ADP is not that painful anymore, because then it's easier to take a knockout on the Dana and the ADP.
Indeed. He just assumed he would have played at least 1 or 2.
Yeah.
However, there's another Jirachi.
Andrew's still not able to find himself a welder, so he's not able to develop his spot too well. He probably just wants to take a knockout with Beastbringer, take out that ADP, and then snipe the Dedenne with like Cramorant. But after the Heat Factory, still nothing. At least using the Fion here to get the Jirachi out active.
It's decent, he removes 1 Jirachi activation.
Yep.
It actually goes for the Dedenne. He's pretty scared of this knockout, but we know that Andrew does not have a welder right now. So
Yep.
unfortunately, he is not able to take this knockout, and wouldn't even be able to knock out the ADP in the bench.
Yeah, so not too great for Andrew, but of course it's going much worse for Alberto. He doesn't even find a Zacian. He missed that altered creation, and it's already a tough matchup, so he's missing everything for now. But now at
Luckily, he
least,
finds
yeah,
the switch. Okay, that's pretty good. Alter Creation GX, but do you have a follow-up, Alberto? This
exactly.
situation could easily be flipped over by a knockout from the Baby Blacephalon. Let's remember that Baby Blacephalon does 50 damage for each energy you discard from your hand after activation. And I think there are already 6 energies in the discard for Andrew, which means that if he finds, I think, just 1 energy more, and that's a Fire Flint, he
Yeah,
might be able to take the knockout.
yeah, pretty sure this will be enough. Fiery Flint, finding him 4 energy, and then so he
Attaches
has
2
1,
from the Retrieval.
5,
Welders
10,
2,
6, 8,
4,
9.
5, 6. Yes, I think
Yeah,
he should have it.
exactly. So he has even 1 spare energy, I believe.
Is exactly, I think so as well. That's it. Look at the power of this damage, which is able with just three trainers to fetch up to 6 cards. That's a lot of
Yeah.
energies for just 1 point.
And all of this with a little round prizer. Oh yeah, he doesn't need an energy. I forgot. I thought that his opponent had an Absol.
Oh
But
yes,
of course
I
he
get it.
doesn't. Yeah, the Absol is on his side, so
Exactly.
it's working for, not against him.
Absolutely, it's a one-sided effect. Only works on the opponent. So let's see where this leads.
Yeah, and Andrew now has everything he needs. Takes a knockout here with a Blacephalon for 4 prizes. He could even put on the Auricorer to be a bit more safe against resist them, but he's opting to not do that. Just going on the clean
Let's see.
knockout.
There we go. That's the Fireball Circus.
And
Let's go for the full damage.
This could turn out to be a really quick game if Alberto's not able to recover from that knockout.
So there we go. See, there's 10 energies already. There's no Victini, however. The hand of Andrew is completely filled with energy recursion. 1 energy retrieval and 2 fire crystal. That's already 8 energies that he can fetch back.
Yep, that's a lot.
That's gonna basically knock out everything, I would say. I would say it's something like that. But there's a Marnie. That's pretty big. It's definitely now that the ADP deck has against this oppressive Blacephalon deck. There's also a Crashing Hammer. That's pretty good, but Tails.
Yeah, all that Andrew needs is a fire crystal from this point on to win the game.
I think he actually won already, because he can just Cramorant for the game.
Yeah, he doesn't have energies in his deck anymore, I believe.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. He has no energies left. You're correct.
So yeah, he does need a fire crystal to charge up the Cramorant. But yeah, this Cramorant, really useful.
Another Diana. Cramorant is an incredible card. Of course, it added the snipe option to a deck that didn't have. Obviously, Fire does not have many great sniping options. But since Cramorant can just attack with 3 colorless, it makes it a very good adept for this type of deck. At the same time, the Blacephalon sometimes needs to finish off something in the bench, maybe at the Dene, after taking a knockout with that Beastbringer, such in this situation, and that perfectly fills the role. So let's see. Wamboltd.
Yeah, I believe.
Unfortunately, he needs to somehow draw. I think it will go into the Jirachi. I really like this play. There is a Stellar Wish. There's a Fire Crystal.
Yep, so he might just charge up his Cramorant. No, yeah, I guess not much reason not to.
Let's notice that Alberto missed the energy attachment once more. Very, very unfortunate for him. Hit Factory Fire Crystal. Does he find a switch of the Welder? Because if he does, that's gonna be game. 2 different ways to knock out Alberto's Pokemon. Actually missed also the energy. He does have a Fire Crystal, but that's not enough. No switch.
Yep. However, Alberto's not really threatening anything at the moment. He doesn't even have... Yeah, as you mentioned, he didn't even get the metal energy for his Zacian, so he had to attach the water to the ADP, which is certainly not what he wants to. So
also off the... I don't remember what's the ability name of Zacian. He was not able to find any energy to attach with the effect.
Yeah, so
that was really, really bad for him.
Yep.
Alberto needs to take this game into his own hands. He needs to be able to, for example, attaching a lot of energies with the metal saucers, possibly. But actually, no, he just touched an energy to the ADP. Wow.
Yeah.
That's another way, but I think he plays energy switch. Double checking right now. He does play 2 energy switch, so that's one way in which you can attack with his ADP this turn, which he desperately needs to do, possibly knocking out the Cramorant, because that's just gonna be game next turn.
Yeah, for sure. So he doesn't. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, this is not looking good. The ADP cannot knock out the Cramorant because Cramorant has 190. So
let's remember that Jirachi is affected by the Absol, which means, well, there's the switch at least. Does Alberto have any out, or is just gonna be an ultimate Ray?
yeah, this looks like this Cramorant's just gonna take the game. Unless Alberto...
As for research, do we have catchers? He does play 4 custom catchers. But I don't think he plays... Yeah, I'm checking right now. I don't think he plays any Pokemon catcher.
Yeah, also
interesting.
also he doesn't play Vitality Band, so this ADP is not able to take the knockout on Cramorant anyways.
Interestingly, he also plays just 1 Professor Research, which I'm not sure I share as an idea for building the deck.
Yeah, that's really interesting. For sure.
There's the knockout, but that's not gonna do much, man. That Cramorant is just going to do 160 to the Dene.
Yeah.
Knocking it out and letting Andrew draw the last 2 prizes.
Yeah. Andrew just executing the perfect game plan for ADP, for Baby Blacephalon against ADP, taking the 4 prizes with Beastbringer and then the snipe with Cramorant. He's taking the game here, and he will move up to 8-4, so he just needs to win the last round to make day 2.
Ready to win an in.
If he can do the same thing
this went really fast.
Yep.
So, like, ADP, definitely when you have a meta in which ADP is the predominant deck, you will not expect rounds to go as far, because the ADP just cuts down the game. It just chops it down to 2 to 3 knockouts.
Yep.
Overall, making the setup the most important part of the game. I think we'll go to a quick break and possibly see if we have next match, correct?
Yeah, I think we have 2 pools that haven't started yet, so we will see if we can find an interesting game there, and we will be back with another game from round number 12 shortly, so don't go anywhere.